In this video, the Joker abducts Robin, ball gags him, and starts running people over, all in the name of Christmas. Now, everybody loves the Joker for different reasons, and we all definitely have our own personal favorite portrayal of the character. You could prefer a gritty and more grounded Joker, a campy, brilliant Joker, or even just like a certain version because your favorite actor happens to play him. But one thing people often forget is that the Joker at the end of the day is basically just an insane maniac. Now, I know you're saying obviously everyone knows that the Joker's a maniac, but hear me out. The Joker is a character that has evolved over the last 83 years, and in a time frame like 83 years, a lot can change. When it comes to the Joker, his character has evolved to become more sadistic, devious, and intelligent, all traits that allow him to become a perfect adversary for Batman. Traits that make the Joker feel more random, crazy, and unstoppable, but all at the same time, there's something that's just been left behind. The Joker is meant to be funny, not necessarily in a way that makes us laugh every single time he cracks a joke, but in a way that the Joker himself would find hilarious. The entire reason he's such a lunatic in the first place isn't because he likes to be evil, it's because he has a completely deranged sense of humor. And to me, the Joker feels the most genuine when he's out here just doing insane, crazy shit for no other reason besides the fact that he thinks it's funny. So while I do love a gritty and more grounded Joker, it's great to just see him be hilarious, which is what this story is about. It's not about society or the pain that it's caused him. It's about the Joker going out for Christmas Day, having a little bit too much spirit, and maybe even the most enjoyable holiday of his entire life. It's the most wonderful time of the year and the most terrifying place on Earth, Gotham City, which unfortunately means that even though it's Christmas, Tim Drake doesn't get the night off. So instead of going Christmas caroling with the rest of the Bat family, Tim is stuck dealing with a couple of arms dealers. But unfortunately for him, it's Christmas, which means the roads are full of snow, causing him to crash his bike. And before he can even get up, he starts getting shot at. One of the bullets even hits him in the back about 1 inch from his head. Thank God Batman finally gave him that bulletproof cape. After that, Tim makes use of his athleticism and jumps behind some cover before throwing a smoke bomb straight into their car, making the arms dealers crash their vehicle and finally giving Tim a second to think. But a second is all it took. Realizing that he's totally outgunned, he begins to just sprint away. Tim's tired, beat, broken, and doesn't know if he's going to be able to make it though, when out of literally nowhere, a car pulls up saying that they're going to help him out. And at this point, Tim doesn't really have the time to think about his actions, so he just jumps in, where he gets to see a great big jolly smile, right before getting knocked out with Joker gas. God, this panel is just so disgusting. When Tim eventually wakes up, he sees the scariest thing that he's ever seen. It's the Joker, but he's singing Christmas carols. On top of that, when he tries to talk, he realizes that he's been ball gagged. But hey, at least the Joker put his seatbelt on for him. Once Tim finally gets settled in, the Joker begins to explain the situation to him, telling Tim that he didn't even plan this, he was just out enjoying his holiday when he saw someone that needed some help, even saying that since it's Christmas, he's gonna call a truce and not do anything bad to him. The funny thing is though, immediately after saying that to Tim, he starts torturing him. The Joker knows how to do torture right though, so he doesn't start off with a big bang, he just does something small. He turns the car heater all the way up to 92 degrees. Bro's kinda like my girlfriend. Well, while he's explaining to Robin just how he's gonna let him go, he doesn't really keep his eyes on the road, which causes him to run a dude over. But Joker is feeling the Christmas spirit, so he's not gonna just leave him there, he decides to back up to see how he's doing. Whoops. At this point, Robin's getting pretty traumatized, and the Joker tells him to look back to check on the person they just ran over. Tragically though, when he looks back, all he sees is 2 dead people that have been rotting in the car with them this entire time. And the worst part of it all, the torture is just beginning, because Joker is about to commit his worst crime yet, texting and driving. False alarm, thank goodness, he was just calling 911. As you might guess, the reason for his call is to report a hit and run. Joker tells the dispatcher that someone's been hit on the corner of Market and Broome, but then he hits another one, saying oops, my bad, make that Market and Boyle. When Tim hears this, he tries to cuss the Joker out, but he is still ball gagged. After that, the Joker starts getting a little bit hungry, so he takes Tim to a drive-thru. And to be honest, his order looks pretty good, but he says everything so fast that the drive-thru person can't even understand, which upsets the Joker. Eventually, when he pulls forward to the window, he screams at the cashier before asking for her manager. And when the manager shows up, he does the most Joker thing ever and just blasts him away. It's at this point that Tim thinks to himself that he's gonna literally break every single bone in the Joker's body. And Joker can tell that he's finally getting angry, so this is when he decides to take out the ball gag, hoping that he's tortured Robin enough to make him lose it. However, Tim doesn't say a word, remembering all the way back to his training with Batman. Batman told him to never give in to the Joker because negative emotion only fuels him more. The only way to defeat him is by not giving him what he wants, a reaction. Unfortunately, this is a double-edged sword because while the Joker will keep you alive if he doesn't get what he wants, you will really piss him off by not giving him it. And since Tim didn't give Joker a reaction, he decides that he's going to retaliate by running over a mall Santa and a bunch of kids, telling Robin that it's his last chance and he better speak now if he ever wants to say anything. At which point Robin lets out this joke, which I'm gonna be honest guys, I don't really understand. So someone please explain that to me down in the comments, and make sure to like the video and subscribe while you're down there. Anyways, Robin's quote did make the Joker laugh, so at the last second he swerves out of the way, sparing the kids and Santa. Joker then drives the both of them up on the interstate, where Tim decides to give him a great big smile. If you're wondering why he's smiling, it's because he just slipped his binds, finally giving him an option to fight his way out of this. So he punches Joker in the face, rips the rearview mirror off the window, and bashes his head in with it. Then he jumps into the back seat using the dead bodies as cover, causing the Joker to break his hand on the dead person's teeth, which gives him the time to get up close and personal, where he uses the Joker's own gas against him, causing him to fall out of the car. When he stumbles up, he sees that he's about to be hit head on by a semi-truck, so he just jumps off the side of the interstate. Then later when Batman swings by, Tim asks him if they ever found the Joker's body, but it's the Joker, so obviously he didn't die. There is at least one uplifting part to this story though. Batman tells Tim that he's proud of him, saying that he knows that doesn't make any of what just happened to him any better, but at least it's something, explaining that he took the worst Joker could give him and ended up winning. Not many people get to do that. And as Christmas ends and the two of them drive away together, the story comes to its close.